Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about consulting and what I do specifically in Big Four Consulting. Hello everyone and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Rhoda Olabisi. If you're for the first time, I need you to smash that subscribe button, okay? It really helps my channel to grow. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about consulting and what I do specifically in Big Four Consulting. Right, just to provide some context or a little bit of background in case you're interested in working in consulting. So simply put, consulting is just basically solving clients' problems, right? What happens in consulting is that there is an organization and then companies outsource specific problems to you as the consultant. Now, if you're interested in consulting, typically there is no specific course that you need to study in order to be considered for a consulting role. It only differs for say some specific units like say tech or maybe something deals advisory related. That's when those kind of units would want specific courses, but generally speaking you would learn on the job. So the course that you've studied would most likely not be relevant to what you'll be doing on a day-to-day in consulting. So the kind of problems that you'll be solving for your clients now depends on the unit you're in. If you're in say a tech advisory unit, you'll be solving more tech related issues. If you're in say a management consulting unit, which is strategy and people related issues, you'll be solving maybe HR problems, you'll be solving strategy specific problems. Then if say you're in say deals advisory, you'll be building financial models and those kind of things. So now let's go specifically into what I do. So I am in HR advisory. So what that means is that we solve people related problems. So clients will come to us or they will outsource their people related problems to us. So the kind of problems that I am exposed to in human resource consulting or human resource advisory or people consulting will be things around performance management, compensation and benefits, change management, organizational design, executive sourcing. Just think anything that could be related to people or say processes. It will probably be those kind of problems that I am solving or working on a day-to-day basis. So I think the biggest pro of working in consulting is that you are exposed to different kind of problems or different kind of projects over a very short period of time. So that means that you're able to like build your skills very quickly as opposed to someone who is in the industry. So recently I was having a conversation with someone who is currently in the industry, and the person works in learning and development, right? And then she was trying to determine whether she should accept an offer that she had gotten in the Big Four with HR advisory. And I think the selling point for me to her was the fact that she would be exposed to a lot of things beyond learning and development, because if you're in the industry you most likely be in a very specific unit. You would probably not do anything outside of that. So let's say you have an HR department, you would have people in learning and development, people in recruitment, people in employee experience, engagement and culture, these kind of things, people in performance management, career management, talent management. So there will be specific units and you would most likely not be able to work in other units outside of the one you're in. But if you're in consulting, you're exposed or you have the opportunity to do that, because projects typically take a couple of months. So let's say in this particular time you're working on a performance management project, chances are you're also working on another project that has nothing to do with performance management. So the selling point or the biggest pro, as I have said, is that you get to experience and develop competencies across different areas at the same time. So that is basically what I do in people consulting or in HR consulting. We solve people related problems. So now I saw a particular article on, I think, Prospol or a website like that. I'm going to put it on the screen and then you can check out the article. I think the article, somebody had asked the question that, oh, what do Big Four consultants do? And there were like a lot of answers from people who work in EY, Deloitte, PwC and KPMG. People were giving their responses on maybe like their experience or their day-to-day experience or what they get up to in their day-to-day as consultants in the Big Four. So if you are someone who is interested in consulting, I think another pro tip or top tip that I would give is that make sure that you've gone to the specific Big Four company's website to look at the offerings that they have, right? Because it differs per firm. So you need to go to their website. So before you make a decision, let's say for example in PwC or in Deloitte, they're recruiting for say graduate training, right? And you'll be required to select what part of the consulting practice that you're interested in. So because from the outside looking in, you may not have any idea what those units are, because they will have so many different names, so you may not know what they do exactly. First thing you need to do is go to their website. They will typically have their service offerings on there, and they will have short descriptions on those service offerings, just describing what that unit does. It could be deals advisory, you just have a very short description of this is what they do. It could be tech advisory, it could be literally any unit within the consulting practice. They will have short descriptions. Then apart from doing that, that may not give you all the information that you need, so you can go a step further by going on LinkedIn, search for one of those big four firms and reach out to people who have those units on their LinkedIn, and reach out to them and just ask them questions. Oh, what is your day-to-day like? What exactly do you do? So that will also inform your choice in deciding, because what I find is that on the outside looking in, you may not know what those units do, right? And then when you then come in, you've gotten an offer, you're excited, and then you realize that you may not necessarily enjoy what you are doing because it wasn't what you expected it to be. So to reiterate, go on the website to read descriptions on what these service offerings are. Number two, reach out to people on LinkedIn to ask them questions on what the day-to-day is. I'm also going to link the article that I read in the description box, right? Just read it. You see a lot of people who are maybe at entry-level positions across the big four. They just give their feedback on their experience basically working in the big four, specifically as consultants. So I just want to make this video to just provide a little bit of context or background in case you're interested in pursuing a career in consulting, so that you just have an idea of what to expect and what you're getting into and what you're applying for, right? So that has brought us to the end of today's video. Do not forget, if you have any questions that are relevant to the kind of videos I make on this channel, do not hesitate to drop them in the comment section. I'll try to respond to as many of them as I can, right? And finally, do not forget to smash that subscribe button once again and give this video a thumbs up.